Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone. I'm Andrea O'Neill, the Executive Director of the Lupus Research Alliance, and we are so happy you joined us for this family night with one of our sponsors, GoGo squeeZ. Tonight is a lead up to our upcoming 2020 Many One Can Walk With Us to Cure Lupus on September 12th. While we could not hold our events in person this year, we are pleased to bring our lupus community together virtually, where everyone is safe and zoomed in online. Before we get to our fun activity, I do want to tell you a little bit about the Lupus Research Alliance. Our number one goal is to improve treatment and find a cure for lupus. How are we doing that? Well, expanding on 2 decades of groundbreaking, pioneering discoveries, we just launched a new strategic plan for research that will take us in the next bold direction to finally unravel what makes lupus the hardest autoimmune disease to treat, its heterogeneity. The fact that no 2 cases are alike, so no single treatment can help everyone. We need many treatment options that can match the particular makeup of each person. This research plan was developed with consensus from many of the very top experts throughout the world. They set ambitious goals and laid out how to achieve them. But as lupus affects every person differently, each of you has a unique role to play in our campaign to cure this disease and put LRA out of business forever. We need everyone to participate, however you can. Fundraising, walking, volunteering for clinical research, giving blood samples, the list goes on. Many opportunities to get involved. You may wonder why we renamed our Walk With Us to Cure Lupus program this year. It's not just because it's virtual. It's because we need everyone. No one person can unlock lupus, but together, many one can. To do what's needed takes major funding. As I hope you know, every dollar raised for the Lupus Research Alliance goes directly to lupus research programs because our board of directors generously covers all administrative and fundraising costs. This year, we've set an ambitious goal of raising $1 million for the virtual Many One Can Walk. Our wonderful partners helping us reach this goal, and they deserve our gratitude tonight. Johnson & Johnson, Hospital for Special Surgery, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Northwell Health, KPMG, Atlantic Health, RWJ Barnabas Health, M&T Bank, Empire Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Aurinia Pharmaceuticals. These companies saw a chance to help achieve something great, to cure this complex disease. And I understand that one of our partners, GoGo squeeZ, has a treat in store for us tonight. Special thanks go to our presenting sponsor, GlaxoSmithKline, or GSK. Here to tell us more is Arnita Roberts-Christie, the Patient Engagement Liaison, Northeast Region for GSK. Thank you, Arnita, for being with us, and welcome.
Thank you, Andrea, and thank you to the Lupus Research Alliance for including us in today's event. It's an honor to be a sponsor for this important event to raise both funding and awareness for lupus. And what better way to do it than by having family fun night? As a supporter and a committed partner to the Lupus Research Alliance and the broader lupus community, GSK has been active since 2011. We've learned that to be truly successful in fighting lupus, it takes all of us coming together and working toward common goals, such as early diagnosis, adequate funding for lupus research, and quality healthcare that is affordable, accessible, and helps close the gap on healthcare disparities. These are the areas which we are passionate about. We are grateful that the Lupus Research Alliance is passionate about these areas too. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank you for their tireless efforts to support patients living with lupus. I want to highlight what we've collaborated with the Lupus Research Alliance on to advance each of these goals. We are collaborating on strengthening our research into communities with women of color who are disproportionately affected by lupus by supporting LRA's multicultural efforts and soliciting the LRA's input on how we as a company can do better in this job. Equally as important, we need to improve the dialogue between people living with lupus and their healthcare teams. This is important because research shows that physicians may not perceive when patients are really suffering. We have been honored to partner with Lupus Research Alliance to bring our Us in Lupus resources to more than 100 LRA events across the country. And although we cannot engage face-to-face right now, we're still making valuable resources available to all of you virtually. Us in Lupus is a program that helps people with lupus to have more open and honest communications with their healthcare team. We are very excited to share that we will be launching a completely new version of this program next month, just a few short days away. Including in this new website are several new online resources to empower people living with lupus to take a more active role in the management of their disease. Make sure to like us and follow Us in Lupus Facebook page for more updates. Last, but certainly not least, I want to commend the people living with lupus, your family members, caregivers, and those who are participating in this virtual event tonight. Your strength is what keeps us going as a company to help you live your best day every single day. You have our commitment that we will continue to invest significantly in our lupus research and development program, as well as the support that we would like to give to the Lupus Research Alliance efforts in this space. Whether it be advocating on the Hill for increased federal funding for research or supporting Lupus Research Alliance efforts to bring the patient's voice into clinical trials, we will be there every step of the way so that a new era will dawn for lupus treatment. Thank you again for allowing us to be part of this important event.
Arnita, thank you so much for joining us, and we must thank GSK for being a wonderful partner of our walk program. So thank you once again. We truly appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jonathan Marks. I'm the National Director of Corporate Development at the Lupus Research Alliance, and I'm honored to be here tonight with you all. I hope you find this Zoom call helpful in the kitchen activities, as well as your fundraising and team building endeavors for the Many One Can Walk With Us to Cure Lupus presented by GSK. I also would like to thank GoGo squeeZ for partnering with this event for our Family Fun Night. So we're super excited to have you guys involved with not only tonight, but our walk program throughout the year and into next year as well. You know, GoGo squeeZ is a bit like the Lupus Research Alliance, small, bold with flavor, innovative, and devoted to helping people live healthier lives. I hope you're all ready to get cooking. Here tonight to share an easy but delicious recipe you can make with your own kids, a mom from Texas, a prolific blogger and TV personality, Rose Reo. Autumn describes herself not as a foodie, but as an Edie. And as another Edie, I would agree with her on that. In search of the best thing in anything and everything, so here to make the best GoGo squeeZ cookies, please welcome Autumn.
Thank you so much for that introduction. As we are so excited here tonight, this is my daughter, Taylor Reo, and myself, who you introduced as Autumn Reo as well. And we're here on the behalf of with GoGo squeeZ, which we're big fans of in our household anyhow. So we're thrilled to bring you this recipe we have, which is a great way to not just have a healthy snack in your home, but also something fun to do with the family. I've really had to kind of keep her off these pouches for the last little bit because she was like, "Mom, can I have a snack?" I'm like, "No, we've got to use these for the show." So she's gonna snack a little bit here while I kind of give you the layout, the ingredients, because the best thing about this particular recipe is that it is super easy and it's all with things hopefully you're gonna find in your pantry. So just a quick lineup here. We've got some whole wheat flour, and we also have some quick oats or ground oats if you prefer. We've also got some peanut butter here. If you have a preference for an almond butter or another type of nut butter for this particular recipe, you can certainly put that or another alternative that you can put in that spot. And then we have some maple syrup, which is going to act as our little bit of a sweetener, but all natural. And of course, there's a lot of great benefits that come with maple syrup. And then we've got some lovely chocolate chips here, just a couple, not too much. And we've got some vanilla as well. So as you see, those are all mostly things that you would have in your pantry. And of course, you should always have GoGo squeeZ. So GoGo squeeZ, if you have never seen it, believe me, like I said, most kids, they see this pouch come out and they know exactly what it is. But GoGo squeeZ is a gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut-free applesauce. And what's really cool about it, of course, is the fact that it comes in this pouch, so you don't have to have a spoon, which makes it super easy for transporting, taking, throwing in your bag, putting in lunch boxes. It's also pantry stable, which means that you don't have to have it in the refrigerator. And a lot of people will come up to me and they're like, oh, we have tons of these in the fridge. I'm like, you know, you don't have to have that in the fridge, right? So it's a great product to have around. A lot of people also, I've heard people say like, oh, my kids, you know, they love that. And I'm like, have you tried one? Because like in our household, my husband probably eats these just as much as my daughter does. So because we have a lot of these in our pantry, we found all kinds of great and easy ways to be able to incorporate these into our recipes. So as Jonathan had said earlier, I happen to get to do a lot of TV segments where we're able to share recipes that we do on our blog, which is mamachallenge.com. And it is because parenting is not easy, right? And it's so not very easy right now. And with all the complications and things, we're spending a lot more time at home, and we're trying to find things that we can do with our kids, as well as still kind of keep things fun and incorporate some good things as well, like healthy eating and healthy snacking. So these particular, we call them cookie bites, but you could call them energy bites, whatever it takes to get it down, right? So these, because she's already showing you, I've had to thin them also off all day long because we had these ready in the refrigerator for us to show our no cook. So you can immediately have a little bit of snack, but then you can put them in the refrigerator and have them, you know, for a couple of days to be able to walk by. A lot of our issues lately have been that we want to either snack because you've got anxiety or nerves, or you go the whole day and you haven't eaten anything. So the best thing about these is that you've got a lot of those healthy things that you want to incorporate into your diet. And for instance, if you don't want to use the chocolate chips, then you can use cranberries, or you could use nuts, or you can use another crunch. I've seen almonds also be used, or just incorporate any of those types of items that you have in your pantry. So this is really an interchangeable recipe with lots of great benefits to it. So we're going to start now, except that she's already eating one. So that becomes a problem. But the best part is this is the kind of cookie dough you can let them eat, right? So first thing here, that we've added 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour in here, and just put that into a bowl. And then I've got a cup of oats here. You want to dump it? Okay, I'm gonna let her dump it here while she's eating. Can I take this? Okay. My sous chef is now turned into my eater here. So we're adding this in here. A great thing with my daughter lately, because we have taken on so much cooking. You want to go ahead and stir that for me? Not yet. Yes. Go ahead and stir that. Is that you can really incorporate some help, not only those healthy eating tips, but math. I mean, you're just sitting here going through measuring cups and things like that and doing conversions. So again, another great way to incorporate that family fun all the time. So now that we've got our dry ingredients, fantastic, I love it. We're gonna take this out, and now we're gonna do our wet ingredients. So here again, we have our peanut butter. So this is about 1/2 cup of natural peanut butter. Can I put this in your little bowl here? We're gonna put that in there into our bowl. Yep. And then we've got some maple syrup. And each of these, you can go and look in your, yeah, you can totally look that in there. Yeah, you just put it in there. It's 1/3 cup of maple syrup. And that is a great sugar substitute as well. If you wanted, you could use some agave syrup. I know a lot of people like to have something that might be a little less harsh on your dietary. So you can definitely put agave syrup, and you're still gonna have that same kind of consistency as well as sweetening. So we got that, put it in there. Oh, we're just dumping it all in there now. We also have our teaspoon of vanilla extract. Go ahead and put it in there. and a 1/4 cup of these chocolate chips, which I said you could do some nuts or something else. So she's gonna add those in there for me. And then of course, the most important ingredient, which is our GoGo squeeze. What I also like about cooking with GoGo squeeze, we put it in muffins, we put it in pancakes, a myriad of things, but it comes out to about 1/3 cup, just under that. And so what I have here for the recipe is a 1/4 cup of GoGo squeeze, but honestly, I go ahead and put the whole pouch in there, or you can do just a little bit under, and then you can taste the rest of it for yourself. It's totally okay. This is good stuff, right? We can eat those chocolate chips later, right? All right, your favorite part, squeeze it in there. So you can put your GoGo squeeze. GoGo squeeze has got several different flavors as well. We've got an organic line, as well as there's a veggie line. We also have a yogurt. And what's really cool, what we just introduced onto the market here is our big squeeze. So if you're looking for a lot of things, I've heard with GoGo squeeze that kids would always say, oh, I need to eat 2 pouches because I'm so hungry. So now they've actually put all that together, and they've added some different flavors, of course, as well. So you can include that in your snacking routine, whether the kids are going to school or they're staying at home for virtual. We're even just making lunches still at home. So while we're doing virtual learning, we're still preparing lunches every day the same way we would if we were gonna go to school. And the kids can pull that out when they need to between their classes, and mom and dad have to work. It's totally fine. So she's having with that. Go ahead and mix it up for me. Can you use the spoon?
Yeah.
Yep. Now we're gonna do the fun part. We're gonna put it all together here in the bowl. So this can get a little bit messy.
A little bit.
A little bit messy, but you know, that's kind of part of the fun sometimes, right? So you're gonna mix that in the bowl and continue mixing. I'm gonna tell you the fun part too. We have lovely spoons to be able to use here, but a lot of the time we actually just get in this with our hands. It's kind of messy, but that's part of the fun with it, as well as it's combining all of those ingredients just a little bit faster.
Nice.
Absolutely, get in there, sister. Yeah, so you're gonna
I love sticking my hands in the dough.
Yeah, so this is the fun part, of course, putting it together. And once you get that all nice and combined, you'll start to feel it, the moisture, and see everything that's combined, but you don't want to do it too much, because the more heat that you're touching on the item, it's going to start to melt those chocolate chips and all those other things. So you want to get it just well together, that you can see that all the flour has been incorporated. And once that gets done, I think we did a good job. How about it? All right, now here comes the fun part too, is making the little balls. So you just kind of take a little pinch. If you want to be specific, you could get like a tablespoon, but you just get a little pinch here, and you're just going to make little balls. I mean, this again is a great idea when it's like at the end of the day and you're like, hey, how was your day? What's been going on? This is a great way to kind of talk and be able to kind of get a healthy snack together. One of the things that we've really learned as well is that when the kids actually have a part of eating as well as making with you, they actually want to eat the product. They actually want to sit here and taste the recipe. It's not just something that mom made, it's something that they made, and they're normally willing to try it a little bit more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it perfect? All right, perfect. And they don't have to be perfect. That's the best part too. So
They could be a part of a shape or anything that you would like.
Yep, there we go. So we just have a pan here with a little bit of wax paper. And then you can go ahead and continue the rest of this dough, put it out, and then put it in the refrigerator for at least about an hour. That's how it takes for it to harden. You can actually taste a little of it now if you want to, but it really does take the best flavor whenever it's been sitting there for just about an hour, or of course longer. So just put it in your refrigerator, which we have the finished product here. And ta-da, there they are. I mean, they're just like perfect bites. They're well proportioned. So if you're watching, you know, calories, you're able to portion that out. If you need a little snack, the kids like them because they're sweet. They really just kind of, I mean, they really do kind of keep things going in our household right now. So there's just so many ideas. And I know on the GoGo squeeZ website, they have all kinds of recipes to be able to do it. And the kids just think it's fun too. Whenever you throw one of their GoGo squeezes in a recipe, it just makes it more fun for them to enjoy. And she's made a heart-shaped one over here too. So she's showing me how you can do all the different shapes here, but there we go. And you just kind of continue, but I think that the best way for you to enjoy this is just to go ahead and make it one time, and then you can add what you want to it. You can even change up the flavor a little bit if you wanted to use one of the other GoGo squeeZ flavors. They come in variety packs as well. So if you want to try things out and just see what your family likes, everyone always has a favorite, but apple cinnamon still reigns supreme in our house, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. And you can find this recipe we'll have on our Instagram, which is on Mama Challenge as well. And then we've certainly shared it with you this evening. So hopefully you guys enjoy making it with your families.
Well, thank you so much, Autumn. And thank your daughter as well. That's a great sous chef you have there.
She does. She can take over the kitchen.
Yeah, I know the feeling. And I would also like to thank GoGo squeeZ once again for helping us out throughout our walk program. This was great. You gave us something fun to try during a challenging time when we're all looking for things to keep our families entertained and off our phones and their phones, which, as any parent knows, is not that easy. I'd especially like to thank once again that the fact that this recipe is so easy that you can actually just refrigerate it. There's no baking or anything like that. So it's very good, very quick and easy for most parents. Or you can just make a mess in the house. It's either way, whatever way you would like to go is up to you and your family.
Absolutely, that's true.
So we're going to change a little bit. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce two moms and one little lady who inspires me on a daily basis. These fantastic moms who love their daughters, of course, that have lupus, have both given so much of themselves to helping our organization raise vital funds for lupus research. Please say hello to Lucinda Lucas and Brittany and Meredith Salazar. Lucinda has been working with LRA for many years in honor of her daughter, Naisha, who sadly lost her battle with lupus. Lucinda is one of our most active team captains, baking her way to raising thousands of dollars for lupus research every year to make sure others do not have to suffer like her daughter. Here's Lucinda as one of our New York City team captains. Please welcome Lucinda Lucas. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Lucinda Lucas. Pleased to meet you all. And thanks Jonathan, Liz, and the whole team, Andrea, everyone from Lupus Research Alliance. Thank you for inviting me to this function.
Thank you, Lucinda. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience with fundraising, team building, and why first also why you're involved with the Lupus Research Alliance. Let's start with that, and then we'll go into some of the things that you do for the walk program. But I think, we'd love to tell the audience, why you are personally involved with the organization.
I'm involved with Lupus Research Alliance, and it was personal because my daughter Nyasha, and her middle name was Ayana, was diagnosed with lupus at age 21 in the prime of her life. And she lost her battle with lupus at age 29. So it became my mission to get involved with Lupus Research Alliance when the opportunity presented itself, which was approximately 9 years ago. Lupus Research Alliance was an inspiration to me, and I hope to everyone living with lupus, because this is the only organization that I know that is involved with lupus research. And somehow Lupus Research Alliance give me hope that one day there will be more medications that work well with people who are living with lupus, and eventually hope that there will be a cure soon. Well, as soon as possible. That's why I'm involved. Thank you.
And Lucinda, for 9 years, you've been a great team captain for our New York City walk. And, maybe you can tell everybody a little bit about what you do to not only raise awareness for the lupus community, but raise vital funds for the lupus community. So what are some of the things that you do for your team building and fundraising activities?
Well, the walk in New York is in October every year. So I try to raise funds as early as possible. August, September, I try to raise funds. So I raise funds by contacting my friends by phone, email. Sometimes I send letters out. or word of mouth. And I send a nice letter reminding them that October is the walk and I'm doing fundraising for lupus. So I solicit funds from my aerobic class. I solicit donations, baked goods, from Conrad Bakery, which is in Brooklyn, New York. I do cake sales on the job. I work at a hospital, so I set up in the main entrance of the hospital. So I'm doing cake sale for not only the employees, but also for the visitors and who visit the patients and the clinic patients also. And for me, the most interesting part of the job is by collecting bottles and cans from my neighbors, from my coworkers, and redeeming the bottles and cans. That's fun for me. Well, they call me the bag lady because I always have bottles and cans in the car. And it may sound unbelievable, but I go and I redeem them, and then I collect the money all year long, and I save the money for October. And after the lupus walk, is very, very, very important to say thank you or to send a card. I like sending cards, mail-in cards, instead of sending emails. So I get everybody's address, and I send cards to them at the end of the walk, or about the end of October, thanking them for everything. Thanking the bakery for the baked goods, thanking my friends, co-workers, and everyone who help, financially or otherwise, or especially the walkers. I thank them all the time. My team is not a huge team. Sometimes I have 15 or 20 people. It's getting better now and bigger. And that's
great.
it.
I think, you know, you're the epitome of the word or the statement, every penny counts.
Yeah.
You know, for us, as we've already talked about, you know, 100% of everything that we raise goes to lupus research programs. So, you know, whether it be, you know, picking up cans or a bake sale, you can see the synergy there with the bake sale. You know, we have team captains doing a variety of different things out there. And the great thing is that you, one, are keeping the memory of your daughter going and going and going. And that is fantastic. And I will tell the audience as well that you say thank you not only to your donors, but at walk day. You know, I often see you talking to people all the time at the walks and thanking everybody for coming. And, you know, saying thank you to people, not only on walk day, but to their donors is one of the single most important things we can do. You know, money is tight for a lot of different people, and every penny counts, even, you know, so we want to say thank you, and we want to show people that we are so appreciative of everything that they do. And Lucinda, you've been the epitome for a long time in New York, and we are so appreciative of everything that you do for us here in New York and for the entire lupus community. So thank you.
Well, I look forward to that morning, and my group, my walkers, look forward to my bacon saltfish. So I get up very, very early, like 3 o'clock, and I start making breakfast for them. So they look forward to that. So they have bakes and codfish.
Ah.
And then you give coffee. So I don't have to bring drinks. So they look forward with a lot of, you know, salads and all that. Bake, saltfish, salad, they like that. So they have fun. After they eat, they could walk 10 miles and with no problem. And they don't have lunch. So it worked out well for my team.
I was unaware of this whole menu that happens before the walks.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to grab some before the walk starts.
Okay. Next
year,
time
when we're all together.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Lucinda. We're gonna chat a little bit more this evening. So, but thank you once again for everything that you do.
Thank you.
The next woman I'd like to introduce is an incredible mom, and her daughter is even more incredible. From the very beginning, Brittany and Meredith Salazar have worked with the LRA to further research. They both advocate advocated with us in Washington, D.C. to show legislators how lupus impacts their lives. And their teams and kids and teachers from their school are one of our top fundraisers in our Dallas walk. So please welcome Brittany and Meredith Salazar.
Hello. Hi. Hi, I'm Brittany Salazar. This is Meredith. We live in the Dallas, Texas area. I'm currently a full-time student, full-time stay-at-home mom, all of those fun things. And I have two beautiful little girls. Meredith, right here, obviously, is my 12-year-old daughter. She was diagnosed with SLE on Christmas Day 2017 at the age of 9. And it affected her a lot. It hit her really hard. She had ICU stay, followed by treatments, chemotherapy, high-dose steroid infusions for 7 months. It affected all of her organs, specifically, more so her brain and kidneys. So we've had, it's definitely made a big impact on our lives, to say the least. But being a mother to a young lupus warrior, I find hope in advocating. Being active and raising awareness in the lupus community and educating people is one of, honestly, the most powerful things I feel like I can do as a mother. And to not just help Meredith, but help lupus warriors everywhere have the best future possible. So I find this very important, awareness, fundraising, advocating, all of it. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. We're obviously overjoyed to have you both with us tonight. Just a quick question, because Meredith, you're one of probably the younger advocates that we have. And so I'm just curious, actually, when you talk to your friends, how do you explain what lupus is?
Whenever they ask me, hey, what's lupus? I tell them, like, oh, it's an autoimmune disease. It's something that has no cure yet. And I tell them that it can affect everything. It can affect all your organs, and it can change your life. And sometimes they still won't understand, so I'll have to get even deeper into it and say, oh yeah, sometimes you gotta go and go into the hospital and get infusions sometimes, and take medications. It's a thing you have to do. And
She's real open with it. She's really good with educating. She's real open to it. So if anyone has a question or anything, she tries to figure out how to tell them and how to explain it to them the best that she can.
Now, you get a lot of your friends from school involved with the walk program, right? When you do the walk in Dallas. Can you talk a little bit about how you get them involved and how the school helps as well? And I know you're going into a new school, but let's talk about the old schools and what you did there.
I always talk to my friends a lot about like lupus, and a lot about lupus and stuff. Whenever I went back to school after being gone for so long, like I was out for months and months having infusions and everything, they asked me a lot of questions. So I got to talk about it, and I get them excited and raise awareness.
Yeah, and I was real involved in her school a lot too. I did a lot of substitute teaching and stuff as well. So we always kind of had that networking. We knew a lot of people there. So once she was gone for so long, a lot of people asked questions. They were really supportive of us, though. I mean, they had on Lupus Awareness Day, everyone from pre-K to 5th grade had purple shirts on. They had where certain Fridays they could wear T-shirts, if they paid $1 and it got donated, adding up change in the classrooms to donate. They even did an article about it in some of the parent newsletters, what lupus is, what we're doing, that we've had this walk going on. So they were really supportive, very supportive in the whole process. As for bake sales, no. I don't think anyone would want to buy my cookies or cakes. I'm not good there. So, but you really inspired me with like the cards and all that. I'll do that. But I need to figure out something else to get the attention. I don't think baking is going to work for me. But this year has been, you know, a little more difficult. I guess fundraising in itself can be a difficult task as it is. And with COVID as it is, it makes, you know, you're not getting everyone excited for the event, like the actual walk. You know, it's a little different. Although it'll be virtual and be fun, you know, it's a little different. So we're doing what we can. I'm really just trying to use social media. You know, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Reaching out to people. That's one thing that I've noticed, like, it can be kind of intimidating asking people, but when you build relationships with people and you're part of the community, there's so many people that care and that want to help out, and you just let them know, hey, any amount counts. That's always what we say. You know, you can give us $1, $10, $100, whatever. You know, it all adds up, and it's greatly appreciated. And if you don't ask, you're not gonna get an answer. You're not gonna get a yes. So put yourself out there. It's a little uncomfortable at first, but you just gotta start asking. And we're going to a new school this year, like you said, so I don't have all of that networking capabilities yet, but I will get there. And hopefully we can, you know, get into that system. But we are still fortunately very connected with everyone at her old school. So we still have those connections as well. So we'll support system.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You know, I will say that Facebook fundraising is a fantastic tool. And this year, what's great is that our website and your team page and your personal pages are all connected. So if you do something on Facebook, like a Facebook fundraiser, they are linked as long as you, as the individual walker, claim that page, which will be one of the emails that you would have gotten once you register, so that they basically at that point will talk to each other, for lack of a better way of saying it. And I will agree with you wholeheartedly that you're never going to know if somebody's going to donate to you if you don't ask them. And so it'll always be a zero if you never send out a letter or anything else like that. And Lucinda was right on point with that as well, to say thank you. And it is the single most important thing you can do when somebody donates to you, is to honestly say thank you. And a card is a great way, because most of us don't get mail anymore, or unless it's a bill, or it goes right into the round recycling bin in the corner. So I highly recommend those types of even old school methods. We all get thousands of emails on a daily basis, and they do get lost in the sauce, so to speak. So I highly recommend letters are a great way. Your holiday card mailing list is an excellent resource for everyone. Are there any other kind of fundraising or team building tips either of you would like to talk about before we move on a little bit? Okay. Well, no, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to use Shelly for an example. Like there's another girl here, a woman in Dallas area, who I kind of look up to. Y'all connected us, and I look up to her, and she has, you know, auctions where it's at a bar. I mean, you're getting people in, you're getting their money. I mean, there's lots of different things you can do, and raffle drawings and things like that. So we're still kind of new at this. This is like our third little year doing this, so I'm hoping to get better and more creative each year. But she definitely inspires me, having different events to raise money as well.
Great. Yes, Shelly is wonderful down there in Dallas, and does a lot of things. And once again, she is not afraid to ask anybody for anything. So we truly appreciate what you guys are doing. And Lucinda, is there anything you would like to add?
No, not really, because I have everything ready. I have everything ready. I'm doing the same thing I do every year.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna thank everyone, Lucinda, Brittany, and of course Meredith. Thank you so much. Autumn and GoGo squeeZ, we want to thank you, and I hope everyone was able to get a little golden ticket of information to use in their own team building and fundraising activities this year. Somehow I'm going to do a virtual drum roll a little bit. I'm going to announce 2 contests. So in the next few days, you'll be hearing from our wonderful LRA walk team about our Many One Can Walk t-shirt contest. So we're asking everyone to design something, a t-shirt, and send it to us by September 8th. All you have to do is email to walks@lupusresearch.org, and we will place them within the LRA Hall of Activities for our participants to vote on it on walk day. So it's just like a regular walk day where we do our t-shirt contest. The person with the most votes is going to win. And what will they win? They will win, you pick 2 Panera Bread for once a month for an entire year, 2 limited edition Lady Gaga backpacks, and 2 fabulous LRA swag bags. The other contest that we're going to be doing is any team that raises $1,000 or more online from tomorrow, Thursday, August 27th to Monday, September 7th, will be entered into a drawing to win a month's supply of GoGo squeeZ, as well as a fantastic, once again, extravagant LRA swag bag. I hope I'm not overselling that swag bag. But you've got to be in it to win it, all right? All of this and so much more will be coming together on Saturday, September 12th at the virtual Many One Can Walk With Us to Cure Lupus presented by GSK Celebration. The one thing I would be remiss to say to everybody is if you haven't registered already, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for us to call, smoke signals, carrier pigeons? Go to walk.lupusresearch.org today. Right now, you're on your computers. Well, wait for me to finish, but then you can go and call and go online and register. So please register today. Get your team going, get your fundraising going. We want to see you there on September 12th. Our Many One Walk Day will combine the enthusiasm and camaraderie of our traditional walks with activities and opportunities to win some fantastic prizes. And this year, it all can be done from the comforts of your living room couch. You don't have to worry about the rain, the cold, or whatever it might be. You can sit in your house. You can go walking later when the weather gets better if you want. You don't even have to get up early. However, if you choose to venture outside, we are mobile friendly. Our goal is to have the feel of a traditional walk day in a virtual world. There'll be opportunities for everyone to learn how to face paint, tie-dye t-shirts, as well as learn more about the LRA and our great partners and what they're doing to help us bring us closer to better treatments and ultimately a cure for lupus. And I think it's also on an occasion for us all to virtually come together on one day to show the world that lupus and even a global pandemic will never stop our community. I want to thank all of our panelists this evening for joining us. We look forward to seeing you all on September 12th at the Many One Can Walk With Us to Cure Lupus presented by GSK. And remember, Many One can do this. Walk with us anytime, anywhere you want, and join us to cure lupus. Thank you all once again. We appreciate you joining us tonight. We will see you on the 12th, if not before, and we truly hope that we can all be together really soon. So thank you again. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night.